This is a Turkish commercial 24-hour ration produced by a company called Tada Outdoor. It weighs 1,300 grams, or exactly 3 pounds, and it contains 2,460 calories. This one's got beef and chicken, menu number 2. It comes in 5 separate menus. It says meal ready to eat ration pack. So you have English translation. There's a full menu list on the back. Instructions for heating, and looks pretty straightforward. Oh yeah. It has this hole up here. You could hang this up. My guess, it keeps your food safe. Hang your food up. It's not going to get pilfered by some raccoon or a bear or something. Let's give it a look. Just a simple tear notch on the top. Let's try that again. There we go. Looks like you gotta be extra careful opening this thing. I mean, look what happened. Let's see if I'll be able to close this afterwards. I hope so. Kind of doubt it now. Okay, so right off the bat, this is an accessory packet with spoon, condiments, and drinks. Here are some water purification tablets. Tomato soup. Yogurt soup. That's 366 calories right there. This one's 100 for the tomato soup. Dried string cheese. That's unusual. I like these packages. They all have a built-in gusset. Oh wow, look at that. A tube of natural pure honey. I can tell you right now, all the different pats of honey I've seen over the years in rations, and they bust and they make a mess of everything. This is great. Well thought out. Whoa, nice. Black olives. Dried fruit mix, 25 grams. The honey and the olives are 40 grams. These packets over here are between 22 and 25 grams. This looks like a main. Farik rice with chicken and chickpea. And that is a 300 gram main. Excellent built-in gusset. It's probably the best one I've seen yet. You don't even have to fold it out. That's awesome. Wow. That is just a huge pack of tortillas. When I say huge, it only weighs 75 grams, but I mean, look at it. Buckwheat rice with roasted beef. And this looks like some kind of sauce. I think it's a jika sauce. And this is a heating bag, Unifood. So I'm guessing this is Unifo. And they produce rations for the Turkish military. Very hard to get. And this is a hot beverage pouch. Also, for heating up drinks, you put that in your flameless ration heater. That's filter coffee. Wow. Columbia. A protein bar. 15 grams of protein. Another hot beverage bag. You get 2 of them. So 3 total. They got built-in gussets. Looks like they've borrowed that idea from the Canadian IMP. MRE heater. There's 2 of those. And there's a 3rd one. These are very hefty heating elements. Not for this accessory packet. You get 2 spoons, 3 unlabeled moist towelettes, 2 packets of sugar, Lipton yellow label, not too special. That looks like some kind of chili powder. Get 2 packs of that, 2 packs of salt and pepper, 3 little wooden sticks, probably for stirring drinks, 2 toothpicks, and then 2 packs of chewing gum. So there's everything laid out. Let's first start off with breakfast. Okay, and for breakfast, they're starting a day off light. The menu they recommend features dried string cheese, black olives, that ajika sauce on the tortillas, and then some honey and tea. Alright, let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off with checking out these tortillas. I'll say this. These are the nicest shelf-stable tortillas I've ever seen. You get 4 of them. They smell like some kind of indistinguishable chemical. They don't smell very good. Actually, before I go any further, might want to heat up some water for the Lipton. Let's test out this hot beverage bag, see how efficient this is. See how well this heats up in that FRH. Look at that heating element. You know that thing's going to be a steamer once it goes off. And since you only get one of these, you got to be careful when you open it. Set this on the bottom. Set the water in. Add 100 milliliters. And while that's heating up, let's check out the dried string cheese. Look at that. Whoa. And then the string cheese. It has like a mild white cheddar smell to it. Just a little bit sharp. The black olives. This looks like it's resealable, maybe. No, it's not. I love black olives, and these smell of utmost quality. They're really nice. No unusual or off smell. They smell like fresh black olives. So I'm just gonna get a couple onto here. Seems like a good surface to start. I gotta skewer that with this little stirring stick and try one out. Okay. They are not going on the tortilla. At least not as is. They're not pitted. And points off for that. I'm sorry, but get the pits out of there, you know? Somebody's just gonna crack a tooth on it. These erroneous tortillas and cheese balls. But the olives, they're delicious. Salty, you know, a nice savory flavor. Take a bite, squeeze out the pit, save half of the tortilla. These seem very ripe, and I love the texture. A very high oil content to them. I mean, more so than any other black olive I've ever had. They're top notch. We'll do 4 olives, some string cheese, dried string cheese in the shape of little balls. And those are virtually flavorless. It's just texture with a very subtle follow-up of a white cheddar undertone. It's just very subtle. Put a little bit of tzatziki sauce on there. So that's nice. Look at that. That is delicious. It's very nice and mild chili sauce with garlic, a range of herbs and spices. It almost tastes like a tomato sauce, but not overpowering in any way. It's like very savory with a light spiciness, light amount of sodium. You know, it's not very salty, but it is bursting with this flavor. It tastes like a little bit of coriander in there. Wow. That is the star of breakfast right there. I mean, this is a very strange little tortilla we're going to be rolling up here, and I can never really roll a tortilla. Watch what I do. It's going to be laughable. Alright, look at that. Let's do another one of those. This is probably an abomination and I'm doing it wrong, but that's the beauty of rations and trying out international foods. You're like a kid all over again. And a lot of times, that is the allure, you know? Yeah, you see how I fold these up? It's pretty bad. Alright, let's try this out. really nice breakfast. That really grows on me. By the second one, listen to that FRH. It's been going this whole time. I can only guess that's probably heating up that water quite nicely. I think they should pit the olives so you can get more of them. But then again, they probably maintain their shape. They're absolutely better tasting, you know, when they're minimally processed. That's piping hot. I mean, it is legitimately hot. That's awesome. Lipton tea. Okay, I let that steep for about 5 minutes. A little bit of that honey on its own. Oh wow, that's somewhat floral, like a garden honey. It's not super high quality, but I do like the tube it's in. That's just some standard Lipton lemon. The honey goes well with it. That is some of the most basic black tea that you can get. It's smooth, not very flavorful, just a light caramel flavor. It's just very, very subtle. A lemon oil essence that really takes down the bitterness of what is a fairly good quality tea. I gotta say, that was the perfect breakfast. It's more like an appetizer for me, so in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm gonna take it over to lunch. Okay, and we're back with lunch. Our main course is gonna be that freekeh rice with chicken and chickpea, a protein bar, filtered Colombian coffee, tomato soup. Then we clean the old palate with some First Brand chewing gum. Alright, let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off with getting this main course heated up. I'm just going to use regular hot water that I boil for the coffee in case that this heating element's unable to, you know, equally heat up both the water and the main. It should, but I'm not going to take the chance. And while that's heating up, let's check out the tomato soup. That has a very strong and tart, sweet tomato smell. Oh wow, that's just making my mouth water. Soup. That is a terrific tomato basil soup. The only thing that's missing are some croutons. You don't see an actual filter coffee like this in rations very often. Look at that. That's a fascinating design. So while you're waiting for your coffee to steep, this protein bar, coconut, and cacao. Milk protein concentrate and whey concentrate. That's great. And then date syrup is the sugar. That smells rich. Very rich of cocoa and coconut. While I'm waiting for the main course to heat up, I think this is a good time to go ahead and enjoy some of this soup. Man, look at the consistency. It's very thick. The only thing it's missing is something with a little crunch, and I think if I saved some of that cheese from breakfast, that would have added the perfect crunch to this. And I really wish I'd saved a couple of those. This is just a very pleasant, not overpowering tomato soup. If the packet that it came in was a little bit larger, I would add 125 milliliters of water instead of the 100 that it calls for. That's excellent. It's very simple. Just basil and a little bit of onion and salt and tomato. Then for this protein bar. It's pretty dense and dry. Oh wow. That is odd. The texture resembles food, but if it weren't for that pleasant cocoa and coconut flavor, I wouldn't have even thought that was anything that you could actually eat. It just seems like something that, it's like biting into an eraser. It's very thirst-provoking. It's okay, but gotta chase it with water. Okay, this is ready. I'm also gonna take this out. That heated this up quite nicely. Frika rice with chicken and chickpeas. Looking a little bit more substantial than that breakfast, I'll say that. The chicken and chickpeas were on the bottom, the rice was on the top in that pouch. Let's get a little everything. Wow, look at that chicken. Nice whole pieces. It doesn't look overly processed. The flavor, it's a little bit bland, actually. I'm surprised by that. Whoops. There we go. That glob of salt, let's mix that in. Yeah, this is gonna need everything, because on its own it's just bland. Nice, they give you chili powder. That's, we use all that. Gonna need it. It tastes like nothing with a little bit of coffee. Then this. Very surprised by this lunch. I mean, the chicken, the chickpeas, the rice, all have this excellent natural texture, but then the flavor itself, it's bland, yet with this overpowering, mysterious, putrid flavor, or seasoning. I don't know what that is. The First Brand chewing gum. It's just like a tiny stick, like a half stick. It tastes like I'm biting into a rubber glove with an extremely light, almost non-existent flavor of mint. Really don't know what to think of lunch at all here. I guess it just wasn't all that great. Probably in about 2 or 3 hours, I'm gonna take it over to dinner. Okay, it's been a few hours and now we're back with dinner. They shorted the hot chocolate. You can see on the menu list for dinner. It wasn't in the pack. But we do have our buckwheat rice with roasted beef, dried fruit mix, and some yogurt soup. Alright, let's get this out onto a tray. Nice. Okay, let's first start off with heating up this main. And while that's heating up, let's check out this yogurt soup. Kind of smells like sour cream or something. Yeah, let's go back to the spoon. The swizzle sticks are useless. This is some kind of herbal yogurt. I've never had anything like this before. The dried fruit mix. Whoa, what is that? Looks like That is incredible dried fruit. I mean, usually it doesn't smell like this. They use some really ripe. Look at that. This might be one of the more exciting items in this. It really is some of the best smelling dried fruit. And they don't give you enough of that. Let's check this out. These odd little gelatinous bits in there. These weird little, I mean, there are tons of them. Not really providing any sort of satisfying texture per se. They're like little curds. And this isn't like any yogurt I've had before. It's very runny and salty. And mint. Like a light mint. Very unusual to my palate. Yeah, it's just mint in like this potato starch milk culture. The dried fruit, look at that. That looks like peach. A bit too crunchy. A little bit hard on your teeth if you're not ready for it. And this looks like mandarin orange. Yeah, this is delectable. Ripe, freeze-dried fruit. So I believe it's peaches, strawberries, and mandarin oranges. A lot of it's really just broken down into a bunch of little flakes there. Not bad. The mandarin orange has a slight tartness. If it's mandarin, it could be just standard oranges or maybe even tangerine or something. But the wedges are small. Then the strawberries are very ripe, perfect for being freeze-dried. The peaches are a bit crunchy. Pulls together as a tart, sweet, and very crunchy freeze-dried fruit mix that's different from your average blend of fruits. Nice. Wow. Look at those pieces of beef. Get a little bit of everything there. Peas, buckwheat, and beef. And looks like little chunks of carrot too. Wow. Dry and bland. This thing needs to get saved. Doesn't smell or taste off like that last one, which I don't know. It tastes like orange. Yeah, this is the first Turkish ration I've tried out. It's a cool experience regardless. And here's the wet nap. You get 3 of these. While you're in your tent at the end of the evening, you could actually clean up with the 2, if you save 2 of them and then just wiped your hands down with one, or saved it for if you made a mess, or if you need to clean out your canteen cup. No napkins provided. That's points off. I would have liked a small packet of tissues or something. The chewing gum was just not that great, but at least it wasn't overpowering and minty. This was a Tada outdoor brand, Turkish civilian or commercial 24-hour ration. I'd have to say the flameless ration heater technology from Unifo is on point. I mean, exceptionally efficient. I would have to say it's some of the best in the world. The main courses leaving a lot to be desired. Well, anyway, this is Steve 1989. I hope you liked the video, and I'll be coming back at you with something new. Or old. Alright, cool. See ya.